My name is Jules Martinez and I'm an instructor for VQT Music Academy. And today I'm going to show you how to practice your very first chords on guitar when you're a very young student and you're figuring out pretty much about the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, okay? So what I was playing here was actually a 4-chord progression. When you start playing guitar, you probably know that one of the main essential elements of guitar playing is playing chords. Why? Because if you sing, you can start singing songs and accompany yourself pretty much on guitar. Or if you know a singer, you can play with a singer. Problem is, when you're a beginner, like you're 8, 9, 10 years old, sometimes even younger, playing these big guys, it's very hard because it's asking us to use a lot of fingers, stretch a lot. But don't worry, there's actually something to go through that in an easy way. Let me show you the 4 chords I was just practicing. When you're a beginner, you're more than likely going to be practicing these 4 chords. What are the 4 chords I'm talking about? I'm talking about a C chord, D7, a G, and then a G7. As you probably noticed, these chords only require you to play on these 3 tiny strings, the G, the B, and a high E string. First chord is super easy. When you begin, you're just going to use your pointer finger, index finger, and you're going to put it on your B string over here, fret 1. Be careful when you put your finger, you don't want to put it too high next to the nut, you want to put it next to the fret, so it's easier for pressing. And remember also, when you're a beginner, that's going to be the hardest. You need to curve your finger and keep it arched like that. Why? Because if you like this, you're touching the other strings and nobody wants that. We want that clean like that, okay? So the first chord, super easy, only 1 finger. Take a look. C chord, okay? You play the open G, fret 1 on your B string, and then open E again. Second chord, actually we're going to take it in a different order. You can still use some of the other chords with 1 finger. We're going to play the G chord. How do you play the G chord? Very easy. 1 finger again, but this time it's going to be fret 3 on your tiny E string, okay? And guess what? You're using your ring finger. Also be careful every time you play a chord. Remember that your thumb is always in the back of the neck, supporting the neck and the pressure. It's very important, okay? G chord. Remember we did this so far. We did C, and then G. Third chord, very easy as well. G7. How do you play G7? You probably remember the C that we did earlier, right? This one. Well, guess what? Same finger, same fret, but different string. We're on the high E string. Okay, so far we learned 3 chords. We did C, G, G7, and 1 last chord I want to show you as well that I was playing earlier. This one's a bit harder, you guess it, because we're using 3 fingers. Okay, so this is usually, as a beginner, the one that's going to take you most time, but don't worry, it's fine. Keep practicing it every day and make sure that, just like I was mentioning, your fingers are arched and curved like this, so then you can have a nice pressure on the note. How do you play the D7? Easy. Middle finger, fret 2 on your G string. Index finger, fret 1 on your B string. Middle finger, fret 2 again on your high E. This is a D7. This is probably the hardest, but don't worry. It's still probably after a few weeks, a few days of practicing every week, 6 to 7 days a week. If you give it a shot, at least 30 minutes a day, even more if you have more time, because more is more, it's always better, then you can reach out these chords. So let me play the 4 chords that we just practiced. C, different order, then D7, fun part is that you can change the order of chords. You can start with the G7, then do the D7, then do the G, and then do the C. Create as many combinations as you want, just for fun, but make sure you practice these 4 chords every day. And if you're already able to achieve these, you should be able to play a bunch of fun songs. If you need more information and if you want to know more about lessons, please reach out to VQT Music Academy. I'm Jules Martinez. Thank you very much for watching.